Just looking forward to meeting him, and obviously, his play, speaks for itself. But just to have a veteran presence, obviously, with his connection with Johnny was something that we were all excited about seeing back together. We've all watched it, through the years, but obviously, unfortunately, that didn't happen. But he's a consummate pro. He just is a stabilizing figure in on the ice and in our locker room.
There was some unknown before the start of the season what happened with Johnny, but how pleased are you to see the reaction of the team, the fact that it's not perfect, but this team is fighting to be a good hockey team?
Yeah, we're building, right? We're growing. We've had a bad stretch, obviously, here on our last road trip, but the guys, for the most part, have competed. They've stuck together. Obviously, that group's been through a lot. Now we've got some. Obviously, we've had some injuries too, which every team does. But yeah, we've been real happy with the way, for the most part, we've competed each and every night.
Jordan Harris, he didn't. I think you're carrying 8 defensemen, so he hasn't played last night, but he hadn't played in a while. What does he need to do to elevate his game to play more regularly?
Just to play firm. We've talked to him a lot. He skates extremely well, but just to make hard, aggressive plays with and without the puck. Again, his skating ability allows him to exit the zone and skate, gap up, and all those good things. But he has to play the game with some purpose and some firmness. Played very well last night, and he's in again tonight.
You see Mathieu Olivier with 5 goals. Is it in a certain way a surprise, or is having more tools offensively that we can expect?
No, I love French guys. French tough guys that have an ability to score. It's pretty bonus, right? So
You just wrote a story for him.
he's a fantastic person. I actually have a bit of a history with him when I was in Milwaukee. We had signed him, but I fortunately was elevated to Minnesota, so I never did get to coach him there, but I was looking forward to it. Scott Ford was in Milwaukee with him, so I had a relationship, and only positive things. Again, he's a guy that has stepped up in a leadership role with Johnny not being here, and Boone and Gabranson. We've had to have other people elevate into leadership roles, and he is certainly one guy that's accepted that and has thrived with it.
Some of the guys were talking post-game about how they stuck to the plan as far as playing good defense and that leading to offense, which is, I think, something you've stressed. Did you see that on the film, and is that a good step that the guys are kind of understanding that's the way it has to work?
Well, especially in the third period, as we talked about the other day, we watched our first period the other night, and we were real good, and then we were really bad in the second, and then okay in the third, and last night, we were slipping away a little bit on us, after we get up again. But what we liked is our third period and how we played that game. I think it was like we just went through it today, 20 shots to their 6. And that's because it wasn't because we were running, gunning, and got into a track meet. It was because we were doing the right things defensively and on the right side of the puck. That allowed us to translate into opportunities, shots, and fortunately last night, goals.
Kent Johnson is on the trip. How close is he to?
He's close. He's not. He won't play tonight, and then we will decide moving forward. He's only had one full practice, and he had no contact in that practice. So. We want to do the right things for not only the player but for the team, and to put him in a spot where we can have success and obviously minimize the opportunity to get injured again.
You said Harris is back in tonight.
Yep.
So any lineup changes or?
Just the goalie.
First of all, about being back here and what kind of extra juice that gives you.
Yeah, it's always fun because you get to see friends and family. It's not too far from my hometown of Quebec City, so a lot of people drive up, especially on the weekends. So, but mostly a lot of friends that I haven't seen in a long time tonight that seem to be coming to the game, which is really cool.
What kind of crew you got coming?
I don't know the exact number. Just mostly just friends from school or junior hockey, or just people I haven't heard from in a while that all decided to come at the same time. That's pretty cool.
We got the Olivier section here tonight then.
Not too big. The Oliviers themselves, there's not a lot of there's like a few of us, but yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's always fun to play in front of friends and family, and obviously it's a pretty special barn, so it's always fun.
Let's talk about building on last night and what you guys need to do to kind of replicate that effort.
Yeah, I think the West Coast road trip, it wasn't that we were playing that far off of what we did last night. We just had a few things that we needed to fix, and it seemed to sting us every time that we didn't do them, and just one of those things where we couldn't get the puck in the net as well. So I think last night obviously offensively it worked, but I think it really derived from how we played the game defensively and how we were really structured and above the puck. So just more of the same, really.
It sounds cliche, but keeping your foot on the gas seemed to be important last night, especially after what happened in Seattle. Was that part of the conversation, and how important will that be moving forward?
Yeah, I think obviously we needed a win last night. Enough was enough with that losing skid, and there's a lot of games in that road trip that we could have had and we should have. So now we got some work to do to catch back up, and if we have to sacrifice some offense individually and play better defensively as a team and take pride in that, then that's what we got to do. And that was the message last night, and everyone bought in, so that's good.
Yeah, how good did it feel to pump that goal? And now you've matched your career high, or season high, right, for the season?
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't even think of it that way. No, this year I've when I have a chance to shoot it, I like to use my shot. I worked on it quite a bit this summer, changed a few things, and it seems to be paying off. So whenever I have a chance, I try to shoot. But yeah, so far it's been going well.
Yeah. What did you see on that play? Did you consider passing, or was it just
No?
Yeah.
I'm not passing that puck. Z made a nice pass. I was wide open, and sometimes as a team we're all good guys, and we try to give the puck a lot. And sometimes in hockey, sometimes you got to be a little selfish and shoot it. But I think the play there was obviously to shoot. I had some speed coming in. I had good control of the puck, and yeah, I just made a read there. But as soon as I got that puck, I wasn't passing it. No, which is selfish to say, but yeah.
Smart move though.
Worked out.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a little weird being on this side of things, but it's really nice to be back and hopefully see some of the players and staff later. And definitely looking forward to the game and what's to come for sure.
Were you here after playing last night as kind of motivate you and give you a little more confidence coming in, as opposed to if you had not played last night? Would that be correct?
Yeah, definitely. Especially getting a win and a lot of the good things that we did last night. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Talk about that from a blue line perspective. It seemed like you guys were driving the play.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of contributions from the blue line. A lot of guys getting up into play and moving their feet and getting pucks in net. And that's something that we talked about, moving the puck quickly. And I thought we did a really good job of it last night. It's definitely an emphasis that we've been talking about.
You knew him from Montreal, so I guess it's not a surprise, but how can you describe the leadership of Sean Monahan and the impact he's having on this team?
Yeah, I mean, he's been huge for us. And a great guy and a guy that, is, takes his profession seriously and treats his body, amazing, but knows how to keep it light at the same time. He's been so good for us, especially through, everything with Johnny and Matthew and just the start of the year. And, guys have leaned on him probably whether they know it or not. And you can tell everyone respects him tremendously in the locker room. So, Monty's been great. And it's a testament, to his character and his leadership and his experience.
What do you think you have to do to play more regularly?
Just to continue to show what I can do. I think for me, for me, decisive decision making, really important in using my feet and using my tools. I think last night I did a better job of getting pucks to the net, and I think that's really important. But just to continue, believing in myself and knowing what I can do and trusting that.
Were you surprised by the trade? What did you think of it?
A little surprised. I know there were rumblings and maybe getting traded last year at the deadline. And then it was a couple weeks before I was set to go back to Montreal. So definitely a little surprising, being late in the summer like that. But at the end of the day, that's hockey, and what comes along with playing hockey and what you do for a living. Yeah.
And I mean, it's a big game here for our team, so it's a game I'm looking forward to for sure.
I've always felt that good morning, by the way, thanks for your availability. I've always felt that playing for Toronto or Montreal changes a player's perspective about his career. What did playing here mean to you?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, obviously special, a lot of history behind the organization, and I think met some great friends, and a lot of them are still on the team. So, like I said, it's a game I'm looking forward to coming back to play here, and I mean, playing in this rink is always a lot of fun.
Who were you closest with?
There's a handful of guys. I mean, there's a young group that, got along with well. I mean, Savard, one of the older guys, Josh Anderson, probably one of my best buddies for the rest of my life. So it's a lot of good guys on the team.
You obviously weren't surprised by the trade. You probably knew it was coming. Did you expect Winnipeg would be the team?
I had no idea, to be honest. I expected to be traded, but I had no idea where I was going to go, so it was out of my hands.
So why did you not re-sign with them, and what was it about this organization that enticed you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it that I don't really want to get into, but I wanted to be closer to home for sure, and I think that was something that was really important to me.
There's a kind of celebration for Weber before the game. What's your best memory from Weber?
I mean, playing against him, you always have to be aware. I mean, he had a heavy shot, and I mean, it could kind of score from anywhere. I mean, that's definitely one thing that I remember about his game.
What was your initial reaction when Cole Caulfield decided to switch from 22 to 13? Were you touched by his move?
Yeah, for sure. I think, talking to Cole and Johnny, they played together at the World Championships and got to know each other well, and had a great relationship. So I think I know Cole looked up to John watching him play when he was younger, and to do that for him, it's obviously a big honor.
Would you say that your role in Columbus is similar to the one you had in Montreal in terms of the place you occupy within the group?
I don't think so. I think it's different. It's different style. I think we're trying to build something here right now where we're gonna try and win right away, and I think it's a group here that's motivated, and I think it's different roles for sure.